All right, so we're live. I'm trying to figure out how to turn my microphone around. So, if you've ever wondered what it looks like to podcast, I'm doing it. I've just done one interview with a designer out of Florida that will go up. Gil Walsh of Gil Walsh Interiors is out of Palm Beach, and her episode will probably go up in 4 or 5 weeks. We're that far out, which is nice. A lot of things recorded and in the can, as they say. But this is what it looks like. It's very fancy. I have a couple of computers and my good and trusty Blue Yeti microphone, which provides for some fantastic audio quality. If you've been listening to the show for a while, you'll know that I had moved the studios over to a buddy of mine's. Hey, Devin. And for whatever reason, it was too complicated. We tried to make things more complicated than they needed to be. And so I've moved back to what I affectionately call Studio B, which is my basement. So we've got this fancy curtain, which is basically just a big sheet. It was a comforter or something that we cut down, and I hung up on the wall, on the ceiling. And the reason for it is because this is an open space, and when you record in big open spaces, the sound doesn't sound too fantastic. So now it kind of deadens the sound from reverberating, bouncing, echoing, all those kinds of things. So, but over here is my, here, I'll just turn it. So my computer, let's see if I can tone that down. It doesn't allow me to adjust while I'm recording. That's a little bit better. So that's the script that I actually read every single show and every single episode, and I'll be reading it here in just a second. Welcome and thanks for joining me today in the lounge. I'm Nick May, your host, and today we're going to be talking about growing your interior design business. The script I wrote, and I try to make it not sound like it is read every time that I actually read it. When people sound like they're reading stuff. So I really try to make it sound as though I just have memorized it, but I haven't. You would think after as many times as I've read it. And I can probably do pieces of it at any given point, but I can't do the whole thing all at once. Then over here, end of what podcasting, all the unsexy stuff. Audacity is the program that I use. Let's open a recent file. Let's see what we got. Now let's go recent places. Gil Walsh. So we've got all of her raw data, her raw recording. That could go. It says it's already open, so let's see if it is. Ah, yes, there it is. So this is what the audio files look like. And from here, what we do is we record the interview. Very exciting, but then we edit it down. So we take out a lot of the ums and ands that happen to I don't know if you might not be able to hear that actually. Anyways, so that's how it gets. We record it, and then we cut it down. We take out the chit chat. I actually have someone who does my editing for me. His name is Billy. So Billy does the edits for our podcast, and then it gets sent off, and either Candace or Marianne will listen to the episode and they will do show notes. If you are not familiar with show notes, let me show you what those look like. I'm actually getting ready to, that's why I'm periscoping right now. I'm waiting for Phyllis Harbinger to give me a call on Skype because we're about ready to record an episode of Industry. Not too worried about all this because we don't have a whole lot of followers. Well, I don't think I have any followers. On Periscope as of yet, but if someone's watching me at some point, yeah. So there's Drew's episode. We're about ready to upload our next episode, which will go live Monday or Tuesday morning. We've kind of created a system now. These are older episodes. I was actually looking back at older episodes. Go back to number 1, which is the most recent. And yeah, so that's kind of the back end. Not super exciting, but this is what it takes to put a podcast together. It takes several people. I won't say it takes a village, but it does take several people in order to put as many episodes out as we are putting out right now. We will actually have an extra episode go out next week, so we'll have 2 episodes of the Chaise Lounge go out in preparation for High Point Market, speaking with a gal who is integral in some things that happen out there. And so I spoke with her just a little while ago. It's been a very busy day. I've had 2 interviews already, and I have 1 more to go. So that's the back end of the Chaise Lounge podcast. Thanks for checking it out, and I'm going to stop broadcasting on Periscope.